Modern warfare demands more than manpower and machines, it demands money. A vast amount of it. Behind each military decision lies a trail of funding that draws directly from national treasuries, often quietly impacting taxpayers, public services, and long-term economic growth. While military strength remains essential for national defense, the real question in the 21st century is not who fires first, but who can afford to keep firing. Consider a single historical example, the Iraq War. Its direct financial burden reached approximately $2.2 trillion United States dollars. When converted into Chinese yuan at the prevailing exchange rate of that time, the figure exceeds 18 trillion. If one imagined burning this sum in the form of 100 yuan notes, one bill every 5 seconds, the flames would burn continuously for close to 29,000 years, longer than the span between the Stone Age and today. The ongoing war in Ukraine offers a new, equally revealing case. As of early 2025, the United States had approved more than $180 billion in aid. European countries and their institutions pledged nearly $200 billion more. Although this support is sent to Kyiv, much of the financial flow returns to Western defense manufacturers, transport contractors, and intelligence networks. In other words, war not only redistributes political influence, it redistributes capital. Weapon systems today are among the most expensive machines ever created. The High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, or HIMARS, was sold to Taiwan in 2020 for over $400 million for just 11 vehicles and 64 missiles. In Ukraine, similar systems arrived as aid, but their operational cost is real. Each guided rocket costs around $168,000. Tactical missiles can reach more than $1 million apiece. During the defense of Kharkiv in June 2024, Ukraine fired more than 100 missiles in 3 days, an expense of about $170 million. Adding more advanced projectiles could have easily pushed the cost beyond $300 million. That amount equals the annual revenue of many mid-sized counties in China. Air defense systems add another layer of expense. A single Patriot missile costs $4 million. A complete battery system is priced at over $1.1 billion. On May 16, 2023, Ukraine reportedly launched 30 Patriot interceptors in one attack, totaling $120 million in a matter of minutes. The missiles they sought to block? 2 Russian daggers costing an estimated $20 million. The irony was evident: millions spent to protect, millions spent to destroy, and all of it evaporating in seconds. Traditional artillery, often perceived as cost-effective, is far from cheap in large-scale war. A single 155mm shell cost about $3,000 in 2022. By 2024, market demand drove prices up to as much as $8,000. Russian forces reportedly fired as many as 40,000 rounds daily at their peak, amounting to $120 million each day. The Ukrainian army's daily cost for just 3,000 shells reached $15 million. Even artillery barrels were out rapidly. Systems like the M77, priced at $3.5 million each, may require replacement every 2 weeks due to wear or damage. The Javelin missile launcher system costs nearly $180,000, and each replacement missile is about $78,000. With over 14,000 such missiles sent to Ukraine, the estimated total value of missiles alone exceeds $1 billion. Russia's own arsenal includes cruise missiles such as the Kh-101, priced around $11 million each, and Dagger missiles costing $10 million apiece. A typical night strike using 20 cruise missiles and 2 Daggers would amount to approximately $250 million. If all of them were intercepted by Ukrainian defenses, the total cost of the engagement could rise to 3 or even 4 times that amount. This economic escalation is not sustainable indefinitely. Ukraine's gross domestic product before the war stood at roughly $200 billion. The total aid and funding commitments from abroad have already exceeded that figure many times over. In theory, the same financial resources could have funded free university education, national healthcare reform, and high-speed infrastructure development. Instead, the money is spent, missile by missile, and often returns in the form of loan obligations or contracts that must be honored long after the fighting ends. This is the unspoken weight of modern war. Not just the human cost, but the economic damage that continues to accumulate beyond the battlefield. As military budgets expand, funds for civilian life shrink. The longer the conflict, the greater the burden on future generations. Ultimately, 21st century warfare is not won by firepower alone. It is won, or lost, by the durability of economies. When the treasury runs dry, the weapons fall silent. And in that silence, the consequences of unchecked conflict become all too clear.